Yeah, so there's one thing I wanted to say about the gang stalking. I think it's demonic, is what I think. I think that's how they communicate. It's when you see all those people honking in that one instance of that gang stalking movie I recently uploaded, you wonder, how do they communicate with all those people? Did this guy call these people up and they get all organized in a meeting, or maybe they're Freemasons and they all are interconnected? Maybe that's it. But that could be dangerous, because then somebody could implicate somebody, you never know. And that could be happening, but I think in a lot of cases it's demonic based on what I've experienced, because what I notice is that when you're an enemy of Satan, and because I've been getting this all my life, and I was wondering why. I mean, it really is weird how even way before I started this whole reptilian shapeshifter uploads, and it really pissed him off and really pissed off Satan's kingdom, I was getting that thing where I'd be walking in the supermarket, and I'd actually notice how people they were doing something else, and then all of a sudden they'd turn around just to get in my way as I'm walking down the street, and I think, oh no, that's paranoia, that's just Nick. But over the years and years and years that it happened, I began to solidify my opinion that there was actually a force that would cause people to do this, and it's the demons living in people, including me, that affects the behavior of a person. And so this gang stalking is just an external manifestation, something that you can really see of this harassment from the demonic realm. And that's what it is. It's harassment from they hate you. You're an enemy. So they'll do everything. And really it's not that hard to fathom, even though it looks weird. It looks like this weird beast behavior, but I can imagine honking at somebody that you're trying to train. They're pissing you off, so you just start honking at them like on a regular basis to show them that you object, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're honking at you, or they're getting people to get in your way, or just everything to be against you, because you are irritating them and their kingdom. So that's why they're doing it. That's why they're doing all these things. And when they're living in people, they can control them. They can control them to get in your way, or to cut you off, or to start a fight with you, or to bang on the door, anything to irritate you, because you are a irritation to them. They're objecting to you. So that's what it is. That's what they're doing. So if you're wondering where this gang stalking is coming from, and or how they can possibly communicate in that way, it's these demons living inside of people. I've noticed this, all the time. In fact, every single day when I go to the coffee shop, almost every single day, I've got to carefully dodge and not get angry about it, because all the time I'll get my way, and I've learned to just be nimble and be ready for suddenly somebody. All of a sudden you're just walking along, and somebody who's facing the other way suddenly turn and get right in your path. And this can happen anyway at random, so you're not going to convince anybody who hasn't experienced this. But I'm just reporting for the record that this is what happens. You get demons in people doing everything they can to cause a problem with you. And by the way, these demons living in people hate my ass. They hate me. They hate me everywhere I freaking go. It doesn't matter if I don't do a diddly squat. There's this guy that I was perfectly friendly with, and all of a sudden I could just feel the enmity. I could feel the hate, and I knew he hated me and I hated him, and had nothing to do with anything anybody did or said. Just freaking hate you. Doesn't matter what anything happens. It's the enmity with Satan's kingdom in him, and he doesn't know it. And people in this town, especially in Los Angeles, are just loaded up with demons. But I'm sure it's the same everywhere. But in this town, at least, I've been to other places where it doesn't seem you could get as much, but they are enemies of you because of Satan's kingdom dwelling in them. And with this kind of, it's a great way to wage war against people, because My dad, I think, was driven half crazy by it. I think that's why my dad was a screaming, raving, freaking madman. I mean, he was just screaming with rage. And I think what it was is that they saw him coming a long way off, and some people they just mark as an enemy. And I mean, he had so much anger from this that he was just ready to explode on a moment's notice. So, you know, when they get you to that point, and all it takes is one little thing that may not even be related or caused by it to get you to rage and destroy yourself. Because all you need to do is commit one act of violence or anything, and they got you. That's it. You're in jail. You're destroyed. You're out of the way. You're ruined. And of course, then, you know, they drive you to madness with, you know, and destroy you by making you so angry and frustrated that you drink and all kinds of stuff they can throw at you. So, you know, that's a way that they can destroy you. Well, he who endures unto the end shall be saved, is what is written. So you got to last through it. You got to endure. And those that lose their temper and commit some crime, well, then you're not going to make it. So it's this is the patience of the saints. You know, I get a lot of people telling me, you know, just open fire on them or some, you know, stupid thing like that, which of course is what they want you to do. Remember what it says in the scripture: he who kills with the sword must be killed with the sword. Herein is the patience of the saints. So God knew that we would be angry enough to want to draw the sword, which is the gun in the modern day. But if you do, you're not making it. The patience of the saints is fighting the good fight, exposing the works of evil, using words, not weapons, using legal means to expose your enemy and to get the word out, and to fight your enemy in this way, through prayer, through fasting, through coming to God, through praying to God. Because I've noticed they really hate prayer. I'm telling you right now. I mean, you guys may have heard, I'm not a big prayer person. I'm not a big religious person. I've never been into that, you know, and prayer has never been my bag, guys, never. But I can tell you my first-hand witness. I'll start praying sometimes. Demonic airplanes from the demonic realm, choppers. Oh, they don't want you to pray. They're using it. See, these are demonic. This is demons from the demon. We don't understand how the demonic realm works, and it's very frustrating. All I can tell you is, though, that that's what it is. It's the demonic realm. It's Satan's beings that are creating these, whatever they are, illusions. They could be demonic. I saw Crystal Sala talking to some demon, and the demon was saying, you know, who's going to believe this, that those airplanes that you're looking at are demonic, these little white airplanes, that they're demons using demonic holography, whatever it is. You know, we don't even know how all that works. So that could be that, and that's what it is. That it's the demonic realm fighting against you.